Mike's Daily Podcast.
It's Mike Matthews broadcasting from Café Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont, the last place on earth. It's FF episode 1622, 1622. And today we hear from Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the engineer. I had a wonderful time yesterday, despite my feeling like I was coming down with a cold. It then
Mike's Daily Podcast
went away, only to return this morning, as if it is some kind of thing in my throat that
Mike's Daily Podcast
is living in it. And my right ear is also affected, and I have tried everything to do to disinfect it, but I guess it is allergies, is what I assume. But you know what they say out of assume? It makes an ass out of you and me. And that's the story.
Mike's Daily Podcast
of asses. Hey, I have to tell you baklava.
Mike's
Baklava.
Daily
Baklava.
Podcast.
Delicious baklava.
Yeah!
And that's about it. Had some delicious baklava with my lovely LLP, lovely lady person, and we had baklava, and it was so good at this little place called Café Roomy. Oh, wait, I have to be careful about what I say about restaurants I go to, because I'll get called on it. You can call me all the time. 336MM Daily is the number here at Café Anyway, where someone just walked in. Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Chely Shoehart, the chef supervisor. I never answer the phone. You don't? No, it rings and rings and rings. I never answer it. Oh. Do you ever answer the banana phone?
Ring, banana phone.
No, Mike Matthews, that's silly. It is silly. Look who else walked in. Hello, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere the engineer, Mike. How come you never answer the phone? Because it's always for you. Always for you. You acted a little surprised there, John Deere. Yes, I did shout wow just then because I didn't realize. What are they calling for? You have a lot of fans, apparently. A lot of people love John Deere the engineer. Really.
And here's today's podcast picture.
I guess that makes me feel kind of good. I'm glad you feel good. You're feeling fine. The podcast picture today is of the beautiful town of Carmel. There is this interesting little bench that's got these bronzed people sitting on it. It's a bronzed couple, an old couple sitting there. And Basil happened to walk up and sniff them, and I caught the picture, and you can see it now at mikesdailypodcast.com, because Basil the boxer is awesome. See that picture now at mikesdailypodcast.com, and don't forget, you can also call me at 336MM Daily. Hey, I watched, David Letterman has this new show on Netflix. I don't know how, maybe it's been on there for a while. But I skipped past the Obama and all the other people he's had on there, and I went straight to Tina Fey, Miss Liz Lemon, and it was hilarious. I enjoyed it so much. I watched it with my LLP because I don't have Netflix anymore, and she still has it. Ooh, hey, I got something I can play. Hey, if you are a fan of Netflix, you will recognize, as I click through a gazillion things, this sound. There you go. You're welcome. I do not know if I can watch all of these David Lettermans. First off, that beard, holy God. It's got probably 80 different types of birds living in that damn thing. That's huge. What is he... Why does he have it that big? I guess because he's retired. Jon Stewart did the same thing, started growing a beard. I never want to grow a beard. I'm a bit stubbly today, but I will never, ever grow a beard. I completely missed something, and because I missed it, it's really a mess.
A mess. It's a mess.
I can't believe that I missed yesterday not talking about the 7-year anniversary of Mike's Daily Podcast. That's right. 7 years ago yesterday on the 7th, 7/7, my show began. It was 2011, and I had posted on Facebook saying, hey, I'm going to start this podcast that I'm going to do daily. And I think I did do it daily for a little while, and I was married at the time, and I don't think my then wife was having any of it. What are you doing? You're doing another podcast? Oh my God. But really, I was doing a daily podcast before a lot of other people picked up the mantle. Adam Carolla wasn't doing a daily podcast yet. I don't know if he does one now, but so I don't, or Joe Rogan or any of those guys. And I was doing it before any of them. So, ooh, I'm way better. Yeah, just a little bit. Maybe. Who knows? But you know what? I don't care because it was my 7-year anniversary. We had a bunch of fireworks go off just then. Thus, explosions. So, that is what the 7-year anniversary I completely forgot was yesterday on the 7th. So here we go now. 7 years of Mike's Daily Podcast. Although I have been podcasting since 2009. But, Baklava. Hey, so I get a text as I was having a delicious baklava at Café Anyway, and I talked about last time Los Mocajetes. I got a little criticism.
I like the way you say that.
I think somebody took issue with my review of Los Mocajetes, the Mexican restaurant that I went to. I'm not going to read you the text I got or tell you who wrote it or anything, just to say that in the text, the complaint was there were too many white people at Café Mocajetes, Los Mocajetes. And thusly, it is not a good representation of Mexican food. And the food was bland, was the reviewer, was what they said. So, I guess not everyone likes that place, whatever. I don't know. I don't go that often. My whole point of bringing up that story was that my LLFP lady friend, lovely, ate a frickin' burrito. And I was so impressed by that. Because whenever I go to a Mexican restaurant, when I've gone in the past, when I was married, or if a female friend, we go out for Mexican food, they always get a little salad. I'm going to have a little salad and taco, and it's something little. No, she got a damn burrito, and I'm so proud of her. Because frickin' eat a damn burrito. What's the problem? People have such problem. Women have problems with burritos, is my point. And I don't get it. There's nothing wrong with the burrito. Oh, no, Mike. It's too big and it's got too much stuff in it. And this is supposed to be my woman voice of I don't like. Oh my God. This is the I don't likes with the food. If you go out on a date, guys, there's so many guys listening to my podcast. This is what I have found with the ladies is they don't eat anything anymore. Oh my God, I hate butter. Oh my God, I am I hate the taste of wine. It is so acidic. Oh my God, I really hate the taste of steak. Steak is so gross because it's part of a cow. Wait, I was supposed to have a thing.
Where's the beef?
Okay. No, I can't believe the limited palate of women today. The ones that I've had lunch with or dinner. But my LLP, oh my God, she's cool with it all. So I'm impressed, and I hope this is the way of the world where women don't have to be so, I don't like it because of this or that. Open up your horizons. Just because there's a lot of white people eating in your restaurant doesn't mean you don't have to, you have to boycott it. You know, or if I don't care. But still, it's a weird thing to, like, not like a place. Open your palate. That's all I'm saying. Palate, if you will. My point being that I wrote down the words awful show. I hope I'm not describing this one. Perhaps I am. I'll get back to that because that's a mystery. Sarcasm. Ooh. Hey. I like that. I like the sound of sarcasm. Maybe that text was full of sarcasm. Maybe my whole rant about women not having palates or where they the limit of, you know, their list of things they eat. But sarcasm, some people don't get it. They don't get it at all. I've run into this. I'm sad about that. I'm so sad because it is something. It's wonderful. It makes life. You can laugh at stuff. I think sarcasm, when you don't have sarcasm or an appreciation for it, you're probably just very. Your sense of humor is limited, like a palate that's limited. You have to open up that sense of humor and enjoy some things. Well, some things I don't find funny, and that's just me. Well, maybe why don't you find that funny? I mean, I've actually sat through an entire episode of Full House, and I laughed a couple times. You know, and just you don't know. I think the more things you can laugh at in life, the better, and that's my point. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
So, awful show. I wrote down awful show. Well, I guess I'll never know what the awful show was. But it's okay because it's a secret world that I have in my mind. That's a beautiful Peter Gabriel song. I don't like Peter Gabriel. What? No. Secret world we were, all the things that we were thinking of. What was it we were dreaming of? Melania Trump faces new plagiarism allegations over cyber safety booklet. Following the launch of her new online safety for children campaign that happened yesterday. Oh, why do they keep going after Trump and Melania? Why don't they just leave them alone? I heard so much criticism against John McCain recently, and I just don't get that. I mean, the guy is probably not going to be with us much longer. It's very sad. I'm sad for his family and his friends. And people are just criticizing him like crazy because he hasn't been a fan of Trump. That's just the way it is. You don't have to be a fan. If you're in the party that's in power, you don't have to be a fan of your leader. You can stand up against them. It's always happened in America. Always happened in politics. When Obama, that's how I'm calling him, is Obama. No, when Obama...
Washington's made things worse.
I think that's how you say your name is Obama, right?
I appreciate that.
Well, when he was first in office... And he had both houses and both sides of the Congress, the Senate and the House, And he was there were a lot of blue dog Democrats that disagreed with him and said so. And it wasn't it was patriotic and not unpatriotic, I guess is my point. Oh, it's early. Oh. Hey, Jeff Sessions says... is going to take a tougher approach to families that enter the U.S. illegally by separating parents from their children. Yikes, said Jeff Sessions. If you are smuggling a child, then we will prosecute you, and that child will be separated from you as required by law. If you don't like that, then don't smuggle children over our border, he said. And then passengers lashing out at Scott Pruitt justify the first-class travel, the new EPA memo says. Newly released Environmental Protection Agency document attempts to justify Scott Pruitt's first-class travel. And the world is holding its breath as Donald Trump is poised to make his decision on the Iran deal. You'll probably hear about that by the time you're hearing this. As we go outside of Café Anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast, Summer in Podcaster Valley. I have literally no idea why I scribbled that down. Because, what was the show? So, the David Letterman one was pretty good. Yeah, I don't remember the thing. That was... Darn. It's a mystery. This is just hanging in the air. I guess we'll never know. Hey, look, there's some birds hanging in the air. How are they able to do that? Basil the Boxer yesterday on my walk actually barked at some crows. He's got a little issue with crows. And that's just how it goes. And that's the end of the shows. Thank you so much for listening to this one. And next show, we will have the wonderful Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. Keep fighting those allergies. Hey, we had an earthquake here in California today, apparently, and I didn't even feel it. I feel so left out. But it's a good feeling left out, I think. Okay, have a great one. Thank you for listening. And I guess don't eat at any restaurants you don't like. And whatever you do, don't eat Brussels sprouts. Because they're just... No, they're wonderful. Have some. You know what? They're so good for you. Even if your palate says no, eat the Brussels sprouts. That's the one thing I leave with you today.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!